Hi, this is Topher with Xteam, and today we're going to take a look at the Stream plugin. You can see it here on the WordPress.org repository. It is open source and freely available. Stream allows you to track and monitor every change made on your WordPress site, and it's a pretty impressive thing to see. At the bottom of this page, you can see how you can contribute or check out or suggest new features. We'd love to hear from you if you enjoy using Stream. So let's dive in and take a look at what it can do. This is the Stream settings page. You can decide at what level you want to log activity. You can also determine what roles are allowed to see the stream. And importantly here, only administrators can ever see this settings page. Here we see we can enable private feeds. We'll go over that in a few minutes, but basically you can allow RSS or JSON access to specific users. You can decide for how long you want to keep records, and then optionally you can reset the entire stream database, which basically just empties it out and makes it seem like you started from scratch. So next, let's take a look at the stream. Here's my stream, mostly with traffic from the last few days, but it goes back a couple weeks. In each row, you can see when an event occurred, what the event was, as well as provide a link to recreate that event if you wish. The author, or person who created the event. The connector, which is sort of like an area of WordPress. The context, which is like a sub-area of the connector. The action which occurred. The IP address of the person who created the event. And the unique ID of this event in the database. If there are any columns that don't interest you, under Screen Options you can choose to simply remove them. This is pretty standard WordPress interface. Here at the top is an extraordinarily powerful filter. You can limit by date, start and end. You can limit by author, by connector, by context, and actions. Additionally, these links here are filters. So I could filter by login only and see only the logins or the user context. And then I can reset the filter this way. There's a search here that searches the summary, but the search also respects the filter. So if we narrow our context to pages and filter, we get even narrower. This makes the stream immensely more powerful as a tool because you can drill down and look for specific things. If you have multiple authors on your site, you could end up with an extraordinary amount of data in your stream, and filtering will help you find the information you need to know. Now earlier in settings I mentioned that there were custom feeds. If those are enabled, then the people who are allowed to see them will find them under their profile. And here at the bottom are my stream feeds. We offer RSS and JSON, and each user gets a unique key. If it gets compromised, it's easy to reset. Let's take a look at the JSON feed real quick. And there it is. Take a look at the get variables here. There's our key, and then there's type equals JSON. If you don't have the type, then it defaults to RSS. So here's the default RSS feed. There's more information in it than it looks like right here. As you can see here, we have categories which show connector, context, action, and IP. If you're accessing this programmatically, all these things will be available to you. Something else that makes this stream extraordinarily powerful, though, is that it also can be filtered through get variables. Here we are showing a specific date. Here's one showing only author number 1. Records per page equals 2. You can narrow by IP address. This is a general search. Here's a date span, date from and date to. And then here's the same date span, but with order by created and order ascending. Using these get variables can allow you to create an automated system for showing you specific information. It would be trivial to feed this information into an RSS reader. If you're a freelancer, you could keep an eye on a client's website this way, and if you notice they never log in, you could shoot them an email and ask if they're having any problems. Or if you suddenly see a flurry of plugin installations, you can check to see if it's really them or if their site's been compromised. If you're the managing editor of a large team, and you have multiple authors on your site, you could keep an eye on individual authors to see how often they post or update their existing posts. Your options are pretty limitless. One last thing I'd like to point out before we end. On the plugins page itself, there's an Uninstall link here. Stream creates some custom tables in your database, and this link will remove those tables. It does not delete the plugin itself. You would need to delete it in the normal WordPress way, but the tables will be removed. If you deactivate and delete the Stream plugin without using Uninstall, the tables will remain, and when you reinstall Stream, your data will still be there. As I mentioned at the beginning, Stream is open source, and if you have any great ideas, we'd love to hear them. And if you're a developer, we'd love to have you join the team.